The following video is sponsored by Vend-Co.com. If you're looking for a side hustle or full-time income, invest in vending machines. Vend-Co.com has the latest vending equipment for the lowest price, and they also have financing. We recently started our own vending machine business with them. Check out their link in the description.
Hi everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to play Monopoly Star Wars from 2015. The object of this version of the game is you're going to try to have the most amount of planets under your control by the time the last planet has been purchased. So we'll go ahead and show off with the components here. You can play this game in teams. You have the Rebel team here in blue and then the Imperial side over here in red. And I'll just kind of show you the characters here. Here's the characters for the blue side, and then here are the characters for the red side, Darth Vader being one of them. Anyway, you're going to go ahead and pick what side you want to be, and you'll place your token over there on the ghost base, and let's just say we just had that and that. And then you're going to end up picking one of these cards that's going to symbolize which of these tokens that you're going to take, one of these or one of these. If you're playing on teams, this is going to help with the rent. And the red player will also have the opportunity to do that. He'll pick a symbol here, and I'll talk about how these work when you're playing with two people. With one person, it's really not much difference. Right over here, we got your Star Wars credits, and in the beginning, everybody is going to be receiving 1,500 credits. Of course, as in Star Wars, you're going to nominate someone to be the banker, and he'll take charge of the transactions, the money, and the action, etc. Right over here we have the Rebel and the Empire bases. The Rebels are going to be in blue and the Empire is going to be in red. Now, these have different symbols on them as opposed to what the cards say. I'll show you. Like if you had two Rebel players playing, one of them would be choosing a different symbol. Well, what this signifies is if a Rebel player who had this symbol landed on this person's property who had this symbol, he would only have to pay them half the rent as opposed to the entire rent. But they're also working as a team to try to get the most amount of bases. And the same with the Empire side. So, taking a look at the board here, you've got the different properties over here, and the planets to those properties are going to be showed up over here somewhere on the board. Like with the blue threes, they're going to be here, here, and here, and this is where you're going to put your bases if you land on them. You're going to draw the Empire card over there if you land on that. This, you'll draw the Force card if you go there. If you go on hyperdrive, you'll be able to move your character from one hyperdrive right next to the other hyperdrive from over there. Now, if you end up doing that and passing go, you're not going to collect the $200. Also, you have jail. If you land here in jail, you've got a couple options to get out. You can pay 100 credits to the bank and you can get out that way. Or on the next 3 turns, you can try to roll doubles. If you do so, you'll get out. And if after the third roll you don't get a doubles, you'll just pay 100 and get out as you would normally. And you can also play a get out jail free card. Now, another way you can get put in jail is if you roll doubles 3 times in a row. In this game, if you roll doubles, you'll roll again. You just don't want to do it 3 times in a row. Also over here we have the Bounty Hunter. The Bounty Hunter, you can make any planet space your own. You'll take one of your bases from the bank and use it to either take over an unowned planet space or replace an existing base on the board and return that player's base to the bank. You're going to go ahead and you're going to roll, and let's say I roll an 11. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Now, if this spot is unowned, I can buy it from the bank. Now, in this game, there are no deeds. So what I would do in this case is I would pay the 140, and then I would go and place one of my tokens on the planet like so. The rent that is going to be paid is going to be located here on this number right next to the hexagonal planet. So let's say this character ended up landing over here. He's going to end up having to pay this person 100 credits. Now, if it turned out the blue player had owned all 3 of these properties and had a marker on each of them, this would end up doubling the rent. So if this same guy landed over here, instead of paying 100, he would have to end up paying 200. And there's different amounts here on the board as you go along. For the go space, which is over here, as you pass go, you're going to collect 200 credits. Now, also in the very beginning, the Rebels and the Empire are going to draw 3 cards that they're going to be used throughout the game. But here's an example. It says stay on target, pay another player face value for any of their bases, replace it with yours. So you could play that on them. You could play this on, swap one base on the board with another. So they got 3 cards that you'll be able to have. Now the Empire is also going to have some cards, and I'll show you these. This says Hyperleap, jump to any unowned planet space, do not pass go, do not collect 200 credits. Go directly to the Bounty Hunter space, do not pass go, and do not collect 200 credits. Now if a rebel were to land here on one of the red spaces, he would just simply read and draw this card. He would simply read this and fulfill the objectives on there. And the same would go with the Imperial side from the other direction. Now whenever you land on a rebel space or an Empire space with the ships, you're going to go ahead and draw the card, and whatever action matches your color is what you'll follow. If your color is on the top, you'll be able to actually keep this card and play it for later. However, if your color is on the bottom, you're going to have to go ahead and play it. Now, if somebody is unable to pay, they're going to end up staying in the game. They will just keep playing. Now, if you don't have enough money to pay, if you owe the bank, you'll keep any cash you do have, but you'll remove your highest placed base. If you owe another player, you'll keep your cash and remove your highest placed base from the board. That player, their boner somewhere in its place. If you have no money or bases, do nothing. But anyway, you can continue playing like this, and as soon as every planet space has a base on it, the game will end. The side with the most bases on the board wins. Now, throughout the game, you're also going to be having the opportunity to change out bases, take bases off, and then replace them with yours because of the different things here on the cards. So they've got a lot of a back and forth thing going on with this game. But anyway, the winner of the game, or winners of the game, are going to be the ones that have the most amount of bases. And that, folks, is Monopoly Star Wars 2015.